The final scene of the day had just been completed. The director called for a wrap, and the cast broke into applause after another successful day of filming. Mei smiled as she thanked the crew before gathering her belongings. She noticed Yu Long speaking quietly with someone near the entrance. But before she could walk over, he disappeared for a few minutes. When he returned, he carried a small velvet box in his hand. Mei looked at him curiously. "What is that?" Yu Long smiled but said nothing. "Come with me." The two walked to a quiet garden behind the studio, where soft lanterns illuminated the evening path. The gentle breeze carried the scent of blooming flowers, creating a peaceful atmosphere. Yu Long stopped beneath a large cherry blossom tree. "I've been waiting for the right moment," he said softly. Mei looked surprised. "You've been acting mysterious all day." Yu Long laughed. "I wanted this to be a surprise." He slowly opened the velvet box. Inside rested a beautiful silver ring. It sparkled beneath the lantern light. But what immediately caught Mei's attention was its unusual design. The ring was shaped like a delicate snake wrapping gracefully around itself, with tiny emerald stones forming its eyes. For a moment, Mei simply stared. "It's beautiful," she whispered. Then she looked at Yu Long. "But why a snake?" Yu Long smiled gently. "I knew you would ask." He carefully picked up the ring. "Most people see a snake and think of fear." Mei nodded. "That was my first thought." Yu Long continued. "But in many stories and traditions, the snake also represents wisdom, renewal, protection, and strength." Mei listened quietly. "It sheds its old skin and begins again," Yu Long said. "To me, that means never being afraid to grow, to forgive, and to become a better person." Mei felt her eyes beginning to fill with tears. Yu Long looked into her eyes. "Our lives have changed so much over the years. We've celebrated together. We've struggled together. And every challenge has made us stronger." He gently held her hand. "This ring reminds me that no matter what life brings, we can always begin again together." A tear rolled gently down Mei's cheek. She smiled through her emotions. "I never imagined a snake could carry such a beautiful meaning." Yu Long smiled. "It isn't the shape that matters. It's the promise behind it." Very carefully, he slipped the ring onto her finger. It fit perfectly. Mei admired it beneath the soft light. "It feels like it was made just for me." Yu Long nodded. Because it was. Unknown to them, several crew members had quietly noticed the touching moment from a respectful distance. One photographer captured a single image of Yu Long placing the ring on Mei's finger. The next morning, that photograph spread rapidly across social media. Fans immediately became curious. A snake ring. Why would Yu Long choose that design? The meaning must be special. Soon, interviews and fan discussions filled the internet. Some guessed it represented eternity. Others believed it symbolized courage. During a press event later that week, a reporter finally asked the question everyone wanted answered. "Yu Long, why did you choose a snake-shaped ring for Mei?" The room became completely silent. Yu Long smiled warmly before answering. "Because love isn't only about beautiful moments. It's also about growing through difficult ones." He glanced at Mei. "The snake reminds us that every ending can become a new beginning." Mei gently reached for his hand. "And every challenge can make the hearts even stronger." The audience applauded. Many people became emotional. The story behind the ring touched far more hearts than anyone expected. That evening, Mei looked once again at the elegant ring resting on her finger. It was more than jewelry. It was a reminder of resilience, hope, trust, and the quiet promise that no matter how life changed, they would continue facing every season together. As the moonlight reflected from the silver band, Mei smiled softly. The world had been surprised by the snake-shaped ring, but only she truly understood the priceless meaning hidden within it. Sometimes, the most unexpected gifts carry the most unforgettable stories, and this ring would forever remind them that true love grows stronger every time it chooses to begin again.